What's up, everybody? Gideon's Tactical here, doing another review for you, and I'm super excited for this one. This is a review of the Kershaw Nerve. This is an awesome pocket knife, and I'm going to tell you why. Let's look at some specs really quick. First spec is that the blade itself is 3 1/8 inch, so just over 3 inches for the blade. We have the handle material made out of machine G10. That's awesome. An overall length of 7.5 inches. Which is great size there. A closed length of 4 3/8 inches, and a weight of 3.8 ounces. So those are overall just quick specs for you. Let's talk about it. Starting at the front here, this has like a very aggressive drop point design, very aggressive, almost to a straight edge. Down here with very little belly, hollow grind blade. And it is really easy to resharpen when you need to. You know, if you're using a stone, a wet stone, or something else like that, this is a great knife maybe to practice on if you're practicing resharpening on wet stones, because there's hardly any curves, so it's very easy to do the sharpening and things like that. But very sharp out of the box. This is the combo edge. You can get it in just plain edge as well. Great serrations. They do the job awesome, but good luck trying to resharpen these. These are very difficult to resharpen if you've ever seen the Kershaw serrations. They're awesome in the field, but when it comes to resharpening them, they suck. So that's just my opinion on that. Very nice thick blade there to a good tip. I'm very impressed with that tip as well, but nice thick strong blade. But it's thin, which is great because it's about the width of my thumb, it's just an awesome blade design. I like it a lot. No complaints from me about the blade design. What's the philosophy of use for this knife and this design and size? POU, I'm going with EDC, utility, and last-ditch tactical self-defense knife. What? Why? Why are you saying that, Aaron? It's only a 3 1/8 blade. The reason why is because of the ergonomics and handle. Man, I'm just getting excited about this knife, sorry. The ergonomics and the handle design and jimping of this knife make it ideal for holding it, and you have no worries of accidentally, getting your thumb up on the blade by accident if you're stabbing or forefinger. I mean, it locks in your hand and is extremely solid, and the lockup is great. We'll talk about that in a second. So this is definitely a good last-ditch tactical blade if you had to use it as that, as well as EDC. So that's the philosophy of use. Let's see here. What kind of the blade itself is made out of Chinese-made 8 CR13 MOV. Great little steel there for budget steel. No problems there, and Kershaw does a great job with the heat treatment as well. So let's kind of get to the deployment and to the handle and things like that. Deployment is this kind of, it's not a thumb stud. It's like a thumb. I'm going to call it like a table. It kind of looks like a table that is bolted in. Now, this is 6 months old and hasn't loosened up at all, so you don't have to worry about that, but you could, for some reason, if you wanted to, unscrew that. But nice jimping on either side, and with very minimal wrist flick, boom, it's out there. Now, it's not open assist or anything like that, but very quick out of the box, and the bearings in there and the washers work great, and this thing just flips right open. The action is great, and the thumb table, I guess, I don't know, the thumb actuator is great and will dig into your finger. You're not going to miss it or anything like that. Great for that. And it acts as an awesome stabilizer for your thumb. When you're holding it like this and you're doing your slicing, I mean, just awesome. Look at that. Fills up your whole hand. I've never really felt another pocket knife like this. I mean, this is the most stable knife I've ever felt. My finger isn't going to maybe get fatigued or fall off either side if I'm doing some really hard pushing through cardboard or something. That table works great to support my thumb. And that's kind of where we get onto the handle. The handle is made out of CNC machine G10, so they did like some really cool grooves with it, and it's awesome. Feels great in your hand, great texture. They did jimping in this choil right here, very good jimping, as well as jimping right up here. So the added finger choil, and again, you're just, oh man, I have large size gloves and it just feels great in your hand. I love the feel of it because they milled these out at an angle, and it's rounded. It's nice and smooth and rounded. And so the ergonomics to your hand are great. It's not just like a flat, square box you're holding. Ergonomically feels great in your hand. The little bevel here works great, fills out your palm, and then your finger fits right there with the jimping. No risk of flipping off, and getting caught up on the serration or anything like that, and just the jimping right there. And boom, you can stab if you have to, or you can do slicing, and just ergonomically is amazing with that G10 scales. Downside is it's a little thick. You can see that, and it's a half solid frame. Now the steel liners in there are milled out a little bit to help with the weight, but it is thick. And just kind of give you an example, here's a Spyderco Persistence. It's definitely thinner than the Nerve by about, this G10 layer is thicker. So just kind of giving you a little bit there. That's the only ding I have against this knife. The only thing is it's slightly thick. That's it. But it feels great in your hand. It fills your hand out well. And I know that a lot of knives, they don't fill out your hand well enough, and then they don't feel good. The lock, the liner lock, perfection. It's awesome. Works great. You can see it right there. Fully engages the back stem right there, and zero, and I'm talking zero wiggle, up, down, left, right, nothing. And that's, again, and this is very thick steel in there. It's very thick. It's not flimsy. Doesn't wiggle or bend while you're playing with the blade. Again, that's what supports the last ditch tactical if you had to use it in that format. So that's the liner lock. Liner lock is awesome. Moves right out of the way. Boom, and then flips right out there. Look at that. I don't even have to flip my wrist. And just use my thumb, and boom, it's out there. So the handle itself, great at ergonomics. Jimping on the back here as well. So if I'm using this in a reverse grip, tactical stabbing format, that fits right there on my thumb. Feels great as well. So the jimping is amazing. This is what I like to see on all knives for this particular Kershaw Nerve. Lanyard hole, definitely get paracord through there, no problems with that. And then finally to the pocket clip. Pocket clip itself is a tip-up, tip-down design. I love that. Kershaw is amazing at that. It actually rides very low. I like that a lot. And you can screw it on either side. Can't do left. Again, I don't know why they're not doing this, guys, because if they did put two more on this side, this would be great for lefties as well. But tip-up, tip-down for us righties. Two little screws right there. And the lip doesn't catch on stuff because it's so strong. I'm like doing it, pulling up as hard as I can, and it's barely coming off that G10. And what's nice is that it's up against the G10, but because the G10 has got these lines in it, it's not going to tear up your pockets like some of the other G10 handles would. So great pocket clip as well. Very strong steel, no complaints whatsoever there. So that's the overall, just quick, overview of the Kershaw Nerve. Definitely recommended. Value. Subject to change, but around $30. You can get it maybe even a little bit less online, maybe 25 bucks, maybe a little more, 35. I don't like throwing out numbers because, depending on websites and deals and shipping and free shipping and blah, blah, blah. But around the $30 mark, you're going to get a knife that is well designed, great feeling, G10 handles that you can use for multiple different arenas for 30 bucks-ish. So highly recommended by Gideon's Tactical. You will not regret purchasing the Kershaw Nerve. Get one. You won't regret it, particularly if you're looking for a knife that will do EDC and backup tactical use if it had to in a life and death situation. So thanks for watching. Stay equipped. Stay prepared. Subscribe. Comment. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you out there.